The 2025 Canadian federal election is entering its final week, with Election Day looming on April 28th. This election is one of the most anticipated in recent history, with Canadians from coast to coast preparing to cast their votes. The political landscape has been buzzing with activity, and the air is thick with anticipation. Excitement and anxiety are running high. The nation has been gripped by a series of intense debates and rallies, each more electrifying than the last. Citizens are engaging in spirited discussions, both online and offline, about the future direction of their country, as the three main party leaders make their final pitches to voters. Pierre Poilievre of the Conservative Party, Mark Carney of the Liberal Party, and Jagmeet Singh of the New Democratic Party have been crisscrossing the nation, each presenting their vision for Canada's future. Their campaigns have been marked by passionate speeches, detailed policy proposals, and a relentless drive to connect with voters. Advance polls have closed, but Canadians still have a few options to cast their ballots. The turnout for advance voting has been impressive, indicating a high level of engagement and interest in this election. However, for those who missed the advance polls, there are still opportunities to participate in this democratic process. They can visit their local Elections Canada office until April 22nd. These offices have been bustling with activity, as staff work tirelessly to ensure that every eligible voter has the chance to make their voice heard, or apply for a mail-in ballot by 6 p.m. that same day. The mail-in ballot system has been a crucial option for many, especially those who may not be able to visit polling stations in person. This method ensures that everyone, regardless of their circumstances, can participate in the election. With the race tightening, every vote counts. The competition is fierce, and the outcome is far from certain. Each party is pulling out all the stops to secure every possible vote, knowing that even a small margin could make a significant difference. The coming days will be crucial for the Conservatives, Liberals, and NDP as they fight for every last vote. Campaign headquarters are hives of activity, with volunteers and staff working around the clock to mobilize supporters and sway undecided voters. The stakes are high for Canada. This election will determine the direction of the country for the next several years, influencing everything from economic policy to social programs. The decisions made by voters will have lasting impacts on the nation's future. The chosen party will face several challenges, including a recovering economy. The economic landscape is complex, with issues such as job creation, inflation, and trade relations at the forefront of voters' minds, rising housing costs, and the ongoing climate crisis. Housing affordability has become a critical issue, with many Canadians struggling to find affordable homes. Additionally, the climate crisis demands urgent action, and voters are keenly aware of the need for sustainable policies. How each leader has addressed these issues will be fresh in the minds of voters as they head to the polls. The debates have highlighted the different approaches and solutions proposed by each party, giving voters a clear understanding of their options. The final result remains uncertain, with polls showing a tight race between the three main contenders. Polling data has fluctuated throughout the campaign, reflecting the dynamic and unpredictable nature of this election. Only one thing is certain: the next few days will be decisive in shaping the future of Canada. The conversations happening in homes, cafes, and workplaces across the country will play a crucial role in determining the outcome. The energy is palpable as Canadians prepare to make their voices heard. Social media is abuzz with election-related posts, and the sense of civic duty is stronger than ever. The world is watching closely as this crucial election unfolds, eager to see what direction Canada will take on the global stage. International observers are paying close attention, recognizing the significant impact that Canada's choice will have on global politics and economics. Will it be a new era of change or a continuation of the status quo? The answer to this question will shape not only Canada's future, but also its role in the international community. The answer lies in the hands of Canadian voters. As they head to the polls, the choices they make will determine the path forward for their nation. The world waits with bated breath to see the outcome of this pivotal election. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre has doubled down on his promise to tackle Canada's housing crisis. With housing affordability becoming an increasingly pressing issue, Poilievre has made it a cornerstone of his campaign, aiming to address the concerns of millions of Canadians who find themselves priced out of the market. He spent the final week of the campaign focusing on affordability, meeting with voters across the country to discuss their struggles and aspirations. From bustling urban centers to quiet suburban neighborhoods, Poilievre's message has been clear. The dream of homeownership should be within reach for all Canadians, a key concern for many Canadians, especially young people, is the skyrocketing cost of homes. Many young professionals and families are finding it increasingly difficult to save for a down payment, let alone afford the monthly mortgage payments. This demographic, in particular, has been vocal about their frustrations, often feeling that the dream of owning a home is slipping further and further away. Poilievre's campaign has tapped into this sentiment, promising solutions that aim to make homeownership a reality for more Canadians. Poilievre's strategy has been to hammer home his party's plan to build 2.3 million homes in the next 5 years. This ambitious target is part of a broader strategy to increase the overall supply of housing, which he argues is essential to bringing down prices. This ambitious goal, he argues, will make homeownership a reality for more Canadians. By significantly boosting the supply of homes, Poilievre believes that market pressures will ease, making it more feasible for first-time buyers to enter the market. Poilievre's plan revolves around incentivizing municipalities to streamline the approval process for new builds. He proposes a system where federal infrastructure funds are tied to the number of housing permits issued by cities, effectively rewarding those that cut through bureaucratic red tape. This approach, he argues, will cut through bureaucratic red tape and accelerate construction. By making it easier and faster to get new housing projects off the ground, Poilievre hopes to see a significant increase in the number of homes being built across the country. The Conservatives also promise to release federal land for development, further increasing the supply of homes. This move is aimed at making more land available for housing projects, particularly in high-demand areas where land scarcity has driven up prices. In addition to boosting supply, Poilievre is targeting affordability on the demand side. His platform includes measures designed to make it easier for Canadians to afford homes, such as cutting the GST on new homes priced up to $1.3 million. This measure, he claims, will put homeownership within reach for more families. By reducing the tax burden on new homes, Poilievre believes that more Canadians will be able to afford the upfront costs associated with buying a home. His platform, released on April 22nd, includes a pledge to cut the GST on new homes priced up to $1.3 million. This is part of a broader effort to make housing more affordable for middle-class Canadians, who often find themselves squeezed by high prices and limited options. This measure, he claims, will put homeownership within reach for more families. By reducing the tax burden on new homes, Poilievre believes that more Canadians will be able to afford the upfront costs associated with buying a home. He is also urging municipalities to reduce development charges, which add tens of thousands of dollars to the cost of new homes. These charges, often passed on to buyers, can make a significant difference in the overall affordability of a home. Poilievre's laser focus on housing reflects the anxieties of many Canadians struggling to afford a place to live. With housing costs continuing to rise, many feel that urgent action is needed to address the crisis. Whether his promises will resonate with voters enough to carry him to victory remains to be seen. The housing crisis is a complex issue with no easy solutions, and Poilievre's proposals will undoubtedly face scrutiny and debate. However, his campaign's final push underscores the importance of this issue in the 2025 election. As Canadians head to the polls, housing affordability will be a key issue on many voters' minds. It is a topic that resonates deeply with Canadians from coast to coast. From young families looking to buy their first home to seniors hoping to downsize, the issue of housing affordability touches everyone. As the election approaches, all eyes will be on Poilievre and his ambitious plans to see if they can truly make a difference in the lives of Canadians. Liberal leader Mark Carney has staked his campaign on a promise to strengthen Canada's healthcare system. This promise is not just a political talking point, but a central pillar of his vision for the country. Carney believes that a robust healthcare system is the backbone of a thriving society, and he has made it his mission to ensure that every Canadian has access to high-quality medical care. With healthcare consistently ranking as a top concern for Canadians, Carney's focus on this issue is both strategic and necessary. The COVID-19 pandemic has exposed significant weaknesses in the healthcare system, from overcrowded hospitals to a shortage of medical professionals. Carney's campaign aims to address these issues head-on, promising not just temporary fixes, but long-term solutions that will benefit future generations. Carney has focused on this issue in the final days of the campaign, making it clear that healthcare is his top priority. He has been vocal about the need for increased funding, better infrastructure, and more healthcare workers. His speeches are filled with detailed plans and passionate appeals, aiming to convince voters that he is the leader who can bring about real change. He has crisscrossed the country, making a series of targeted announcements aimed at reassuring voters of the Liberal Party's commitment to healthcare. From small towns to big cities, Carney has been everywhere, listening to the concerns of ordinary Canadians and promising to address them. His campaign stops are meticulously planned, each one designed to highlight a different aspect of his healthcare plan. Carney's platform, unveiled on April 19th, outlines a $4 billion investment in hospitals and clinics. This is not just a number on a piece of paper. It represents a significant commitment to improving the healthcare infrastructure. Carney has detailed how this money will be spent, from building new hospitals to upgrading existing ones, ensuring that every Canadian has access to state-of-the-art medical facilities. This funding, he argues, will help modernize facilities and improve access to care. Carney has pointed out that many hospitals are operating with outdated equipment and insufficient resources. By investing in modernization, he aims to reduce wait times, improve patient outcomes, and make the healthcare system more efficient. The Liberal plan also prioritizes expanding the healthcare workforce. Carney has emphasized that a modern healthcare system is only as good as the people who run it. He has pledged to increase the number of healthcare professionals, ensuring that there are enough doctors, nurses, and specialists to meet the needs of the population. Carney has pledged to train more doctors and nurse practitioners to address the shortage of healthcare professionals across the country. This includes not only increasing the number of training programs, but also providing incentives for students to enter the healthcare field. Carney has highlighted the importance of making healthcare careers attractive and rewarding, ensuring that the best and brightest are drawn to the profession. This includes recognizing foreign credentials to attract qualified professionals from abroad. Carney has pointed out that many skilled healthcare workers are unable to practice in Canada due to bureaucratic hurdles. By streamlining the process for recognizing foreign credentials, he aims to tap into a valuable resource of experienced professionals who can immediately contribute to the healthcare system. Carney's campaign has sought to contrast the Liberals' vision for healthcare with that of the Conservatives. He has been critical of the Conservative approach, arguing that their focus on tax cuts will come at the expense of essential social programs like healthcare. Carney has made it clear that he believes in a well-funded public healthcare system, one that prioritizes the well-being of all Canadians over fiscal austerity. He argues that Poilievre's focus on tax cuts will come at the expense of social programs like healthcare. Carney has warned that the Conservative plan could lead to reduced services, longer wait times, and a decline in the overall quality of care. He has urged voters to consider the long-term implications of their choice, emphasizing that a strong healthcare system is essential for a healthy and prosperous society. Carney is urging voters to choose the Liberal Party as the best steward of Canada's cherished healthcare system. He has highlighted the Liberal Party's track record on healthcare, pointing to past achievements and future plans. Carney has made it clear that he believes the Liberals are the only party with a comprehensive and realistic plan to improve healthcare for all Canadians. His campaign's final message is clear: a vote for the Liberals is a vote for a stronger, more resilient healthcare system. Carney has emphasized that this election is a critical moment for the future of healthcare in Canada. He has called on voters to make their voices heard, to choose a path that prioritizes health and well-being, and to support a vision of a healthcare system that serves everyone. Whether Carney's focus on healthcare will be enough to secure a second term for the Liberals remains uncertain. The political landscape is complex, and many factors will influence the outcome of the election. However, Carney's commitment to healthcare has resonated with many voters, and it remains to be seen whether this will translate into electoral success. The outcome of the election will likely depend on whether voters believe the Liberals or the other parties are best equipped to address their concerns. Healthcare is just one of many issues on the table, but it is a critical one. Carney's campaign has made a compelling case for why the Liberals are the best choice for the future of healthcare in Canada. With just days to go, the race remains tight, and every vote will be crucial. The final days of the campaign will be a test of Carney's ability to connect with voters and convince them of his vision. As Canadians head to the polls, the future of the country's healthcare system hangs in the balance, and the decision they make will shape the nation's path for years to come.